over a different broadcast. It's like I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Hello guys, and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 14, round number 8 here in Australia, in Phillip Island. And for the first time in a long while, I have a partner with me doing commentary, and it's none other than Touchable.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Glad to be back. Can't wait to see this exciting race we got going on here. The times are really close, so it's going to be a very exciting battle here today.
Yeah, sprint qualifying, so this track is short, so you can get away with doing 3 laps. And there is nowhere that VTR can do his signature corner cutting, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, corner cutting is, I don't know why, but like the last couple of rounds have sort of been an issue, especially at Indianapolis, where you could have cut that the last corner to get a really good start to your lap.
Yeah.
But
here it's very old school.
I don't think there's really, yeah, you're just gonna have to run it wide and control that wheelie.
I mean, you can sort of run a bit wide on entry for the final corner to get a slingshot, but that's just sort of normal. So there's no running off track and using track limits to help aid yourself onto the front straight. The VTR, the VTR is undefeated this season in sprints. He's won all of them. So we will see how he gets on. He's on a 1:24.3 in practice. Now, it's sprint qualifying. From my experience, you don't usually do your best lap time in this session because you're so nervous that, in fact, you've only got about 2 or 3 laps in you. So I'm expecting maybe a mid-24.
That's actually sounding like a pretty good qualifying time here. That's based off the leaderboards. That's what's to be expected, I think.
VTR, lovely inside curve there for turn 2. You've got to abuse the curves on this track. They are pretty much like super glue. And for the first time in a long while, we have the return of the Lagmaster.
Joe 4620, the man himself. And I think we also have our first follower of the session too, Jack Berman there taking a tumble.
Oh dear.
It seemed like.
Second in the championship, victorious last time out in Indianapolis. So Jack has met. I think it now means that VTR can't. Hang on, he might be actually.
I think VTR has to win the sprint, and Jack has to. I forget what position he has to finish in order for VTR to secure the.
So after this round, there will be 40 points up for grabs. And the gap's currently 32, so if Jack wins the sprint, it's going to be harder. So Jack just has to finish on the podium in both races, essentially. That's as simple as it can get.
And I do remember VTR saying he did want to close off the championship in this round, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to do that.
Easiest way, just win all the races. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. As everybody now just coming to the end of their laps, VTR 24.6, so looking about right in the mid-range. And most of these guys are only going to get one more go at it. Joe, on his return, goes into 4th. Jack Berman, who was on the floor. Finley in 8th. No, 8th? Yeah, in 8th. 6.8 seconds down. Schmoy's fresh of a podium is in 6th. And we got quite a number of people still get to set laps. Minato will...
We got personal best sectors along the board here.
Yeah. Minato, who crossed the line in first in Indianapolis, but received a 21-second time penalty, which I think is the highest penalty ever given out on VollGazz.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a penalty that high in VollGazz before. Maybe a double long lap, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, what he did was kind of crazy. He did get knocked off, but his rejoin was horrible. You can't cut across the track like that.
Yeah. So VTR, this might be a cool-down lap because the soft tyres can really overheat. Even though the track's really cold, just the amount of use the left-hand side gets, you can spin it up so easily. Craig jumps onto the front row.
I'm riding on board here with Joe, and he seems to be improving. He's coming up to the line here in a few seconds, so we'll see. No red sectors, but definitely will be improving his time.
Yep. Joe victorious all the way back in Season 3 in Malaysia, I think it was. No, hang on, it was Malaysia. He was victorious somewhere,
Joe's
like maybe
stays
Kimmy Ring.
fourth.
Yeah, 4th, so good. Return. Howling Siege goes into 8th. Oh, Jack having a big rear locking heading into MG. Finley goes 9th, so he's still not getting to grips with the Aprilia RSGP. As Jack's on and off the curb and the bike, it's just really unsettled there. As he goes round the final corner. Can the Prima Power Racing Ducati jump onto the front row? He sort of needs to, but it's not a disaster in the second row because you can use the slipstream to advance into turn 1.
Yeah, and I'm right along board here with VTR, and he just messed up his lap, but he will have enough time to run another lap here. So
Samir
we'll see
Tahifa's
what he can
rounding
do.
out
Oh,
his lap. Oh, no, VTR's down. Lots of invalidations.
Yep.
So now it's just Samir and Mekovid to finish out the session.
oh no, that's not good. I just watched VTR make contact here with Nick, and I'm not sure. Oh, nobody's on a lap. That's all right.
So I'm just going to give Amir a 90-second time penalty.
Oh no.
because he has to because he does start the back. So we'll have to restart the session. But
right? Yep.
yeah, so VTR is on pole with Mekovid in 2nd and Craig in 3rd. Craig having his best qualifying in quite a while. Joe in 4th. Jack Berman 5th. Jamoy 6th. Nick jumping 7th. Howling Siege in 8th. Finley in 9th. Aaron 10th. Minmon 11th. Then it'll be Minato 12th. Lewis 13th. And Amir Tahifa will round out the field in 14th. And then we do have some long lap penalties to give out.
Yeah, we sure do. We'll be handing those out before the start of the race.
So Minato will start 13th actually because he's got 0.6 penalty. He does also have a long lap penalty due to rejoining the circuit after he crashed, as just mentioned. And Mekovid also has a long lap penalty. And another interesting thing is, will people use the ride-out device at the start?
That's an interesting question. Personally, at the start, I think it's a good idea, but throughout the race, I don't think I would be using it. Let's give these boys a little practice start here, see how it goes.
And it's gone. Not good.
Nice, Ryan.
Now, I've got in my mind when we raced here on MotoGP 23, it might have been the second season of that game. We must have had a good 8 restarts because you had those who didn't use the ride-out device off the start and those who did. And what kept happening is they get into turn 1, everybody who would meet at the same point at turn 1 and about 7 people would go down. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I do remember that. That was a really bad one, and also Qatar season 5 or 6. That was really bad too at the start. Where I remember Howling Siege had to go into the comms and tell everybody to relax.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
I do apologize if there's background noise going on my end. Now, I'm going to be really curious as to see what this race is going to look like, because those times in qualifying are, I'm not sure if it was because of the different weather conditions, but there was a few tenths off of what I was normally seeing on the leaderboard.
we'll have to wait and see.
So maybe the sunny conditions made it to where a little different for them.
Right, there we go. So thankfully I don't have to give out any penalties during this race because it is the sprint. So let's see what's going to happen. Smart Money will be VTR. He's been the fastest in practice. He's generally been the fastest all season. There's no tyre gambles to be made this time, like last week.
Soft is gonna be the way to go.
I do miss the fact that now it's just soft.
One set of tires, yeah, it is kind of annoying. There needs to be a little bit of a variable. But what can you do, you know?
It is what it is, as they say.
I'm gonna write a very angry email at Milestone. Or as I just heard in the background, Mr. Jack Hammer is esports, so he can tell them.
I'm sure I'll be able to.
And I cannot repeat the next part because it's very expletive.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to talk to some of the developers at Milan, so give feedback on what we think needs to be improved.
Nice, you know, like, I'm sure that they do listen to the people on the Discord and stuff, because they've already made changes to the game because of comments and things that people have said, I'm sure. If someone's listening, please bring in more cosmetics.
So we're just waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4 riders to ready up. Make that 2. Now, if you're at the back, I'd say you're probably smarter to just don't use the rider device. Make sure you're going to get a good run through turn 1. Good chance to avoid any crashes that go on. Because VollGazz has proved that if you start at the back, by the end of the first sector, you can end up at about 5th.
Somewhere in the middle of the pack or in the lead. Let these boys do it. Let's see if we don't have to restart our race here.
Yeah, hopefully. So the lights are on. Quite a long wait here. And we're off finally. And it is going to be VTR who leads the way into turn 1. But Craig's got the inside line and Aaron and Howling...
No, Joe's lagging. Joe's lagging. I think think this calls for a red flag.
But I can't give red flags.
Oh no.
So VTR has got it. Well, VTR is down in 3rd place, but he's got his wish in the fact that Jack Berman's now outside the points paying positions. He's going to try and go round the outside of Mecca and Craig. Oh!
Everybody's wide and VTR gets pushed out wide. A lot of people going down.
This is what, and Amir Tahifa from the back of the grid is now in 1st place. What the hell?
Oh. We got Lewis going out wide here, and we have somebody going motocross racing here on a yellow Ducati.
Oh, Lewis.
And oh no. I'm
crashes.
Not too sure what's going on here. Joe's lagging really bad.
Where's Joe?
Yeah, I've been watching Joe since the start of the race, and this is not good. We gotta restart this. Yep.
Probably we'll do it for safety, because...
yeah.
It's taken out multiple people. I can hear people... I can't hear it because I've muted everybody, but I can hear people raging very, very loudly. Well, he's called a lag master for a reason, and he's just proved that. Probably just if I just assign Joe the. Why is it giving Amir the? I'm so confused. Why has Amir got the TV director role?
Sorry about that, guys. We seem to be having some technical difficulties here. We're trying to get everything sorted out.
I went back to Banjo, and then apparently I turned Amir into a TV director.
Let me put out a message here into PlayStation chat. That way they know just to kind of hang tight. But yeah, I did, I recorded what I saw when I was watching Joe, and I know, that lag was pretty bad, so it's gonna have to get sent in for review, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess not, because we already restarted. But hopefully he doesn't start lagging like this again, because we don't want a red flag race again.
Right, let's try again, eh?
Alrighty. I don't know if anybody's watching right now that's also part of the race, or people that joined the party, but it would actually be really nice if people wouldn't just join the party and start screaming or being loud in the middle of a race as well, because sometimes that could throw people off, you know? But just be mindful when you join the party.
So we're just waiting on Finley, who I think was the one who was the most angry from the situation because of how much history there is in terms of getting taken out and stuff like that.
Yep, but you know, it's, hopefully we got the situation handled and it won't happen again.
Yep. I mean, you have to feel sorry for the guys who were like Amir. He started last and he was first by turn 5. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But we go again. Hopefully this time there's less chaos.
Let's go ahead and watch it. Let's see. I'm gonna keep a close eye on Joe. Actually, no, Joe's gone, so never mind.
Yeah, I didn't invite him back. I've informed him that he was lagging. He said fair enough. But Mekovid off the line gets a fantastic start and he leads the way. But VTR, as he goes up the gears, takes it back.
A little wide in the turn 1 for VTR, but still holds on to the lead.
And all is well. Oh, Amir's going up the inside and he's taking Craig down.
Oh,
Craig's gone down at turn 2. And so is Schmoyes as well. There's a bit of bumping and barging between the two Berman brothers as they go down into turn 3. VTR leads the way. Head of Mecca. Oh, Jack goes up the inside of Amir to Heifer. And now Jack going up the inside. Oh, that's going to go wrong.
Surely that's got to be some kind of warning or penalty. Give a position back because that was a little ambitious on the.
Yeah, Lewis has managed to pick up a long lap penalty already. Whoa, and there's more people getting wide in the background there.
Oh, and Amir has gone down once again.
Amir's in the voice chat, that's not helpful. But it's a prima prava. 1-2 is Nick jumping, gets really close to the back of the Factory Ducati Minato. So we're ending the first lap now. And it's all good for VTR.
Pretty solid lead, I would say, after lap 1 here.
Yeah, 1.1 seconds. That is pretty comfortable around Phillip Island.
Looking like maybe Mecca might make a move here, no? No, he didn't do it.
Oh, Finley.
Oh, and they make contact with Finley here.
But, there's two. Oh, Aaron's gone down in the background. But it does look like Mecca's managed to force his way underneath the factory Aprilia.
On this battle with Finley and Mecca, make sure everything goes well.
And Nick Jumpy's managed to pass Jack Berman as well. Finley's looking, he's closing in, he's getting caught in the draft.
Oh, they make contact again.
That was close. And they're still making contact
elbow
now.
To elbow.
And Finley's wide at Siberia. Here. Who's going to get the drive? They're still side by side. And it's Mecca who finally comes out on top in that battle. You can just see the dirty air just hampering Finley now through the fast turn 7 and 8.
Yeah, let's see how this handles though, because the Aprilia does like these long flowy corners better than the Ducati, so we'll see if he can make some ground up here going into the straight.
Meanwhile, Jack Berman down in 4th. He did have to give 1 place back after the move at the Miller hairpin as Amir stopped on track. So technically he hasn't left the session. So I don't know where the long lap penalty applies in that aspect, but anyway, meanwhile, out in front, VTR by 1.8 seconds, near enough. Jack getting very much on the outside curb into turn 1.
We got Lewis making a move on Craig here. Vying for 10th place, actually 9th.
So, no points paying positions.
Cut back
whoa!
There. Oh, deep on the brakes there for Lewis.
Oh, whoa! And
he's got it all wrong.
Yeah, I know he rides a KTM, but it doesn't mean the bike's made for motocross. As Lewis escapes a crash there, but he does have a long lap penalty to serve.
Yeah, what else we got going on? It's looking like it's spicing up here for the 3rd and 4th positions, though.
Yeah. So Nick Jumping currently holding 3rd place. If it stays like this, the points difference between Jack and VTR will be 37. So that would mean that should VTR win the race and Jack does not finish 2nd, VTR will be champion.
Let's keep an eye out here because it's looking like Mecca's making a move on Jack Berman, and he did. Give him a little tap.
So things just getting a
Let's
little
see
worse
if
for Jack.
Berman here can come back on the straight here, get a run on him.
And I think the gap's just a bit too big. So all very spaced out for now. Let's go into turn 1 for the 4th time. Just 4 laps ago now. Vito's lead nearly 2 seconds. Oh, and that was Jack very wide at turn 1. Turn 2, sorry.
There.
Try and find him. So that big mistake. And he's got a long lap penalty as well.
Oh, that's not good for his championship.
Does he take it now? No, he's going to take it for the next lap. And the front end, and it's just not looking super cool right now for Jack. He's making a few mistakes here there.
Another rider with a long lap penalty is Lewis, but he's all the way back in 9th. A lot of warnings here on our timing boards. The only two that are keeping their nose clean seem to be the 2 leaders here at VTR and Minato.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that this track would be a problem with track limits considering it's all grass, but
it's very wide too.
Yeah, but people obviously must be touching the really small sections of the green paint that there are.
They're trying to smooth all the time.
And Mecca's right on the back now of Nick jumping. Can he get the run out the final corner down the home straight? He's in the slipstream.
We'll see.
He's gaining. He's gaining. He pulls to the right hand side. Oh, but Nick just out. Oh,
he doesn't make the move.
And he's through.
Can Nick get it back here though, or is he too far back?
He doesn't use the inside curb
for Mecca.
If Nick can keep that bike turning, no, it's not quite possible. But what he can do now, use the slipstream of the Ducati in front, power it through Stoner Corner, and send it up the inside to Millers. Here we go.
Very good.
He's got the outside line though.
Nick.
And Mecca just blocked his path. Oh, he's down!
Oh, he's down.
He used too much inside curb, and Finley's giving himself a long lap penalty. And now you can see it's Howling now, and Lewis has gone down. Oh, and Finley look up the inside of Howling, but Howling cuts back to for a late apex.
We'll keep an eye out here on Howling. He is closing in on Mecca. This might get a little spicy before. But Finley shoots it right up the inside.
Lukey Heights. The door opened and Finley said, "Thank you very much, I'm snatching that." So,
let's see what Howling can do here.
And Craig's approaching the fight as well. So here we go. Craig's going to get a double dosage of slipstream here, coming onto the home straight. Oh, but he's at the outside curve, that's going to stop his run. And Jack's going to take the 3-second time penalty, which would drop him outside down to 8th place.
Oh, that's not good.
So he needs
long lap.
Yeah, he needs these because it's not a difficult long lap here, but he just needs these riders to all start battling. And Craig's going to turn underneath Howling Siege, using the inside curb. Lovely stuff. And now here comes Howling trying to get the exit for Stoners.
Can he make a move here at Miller Hairpin, or is he too far?
I think he's he's got a bit disturbed by the dirty air, but Finley's got to do a job for his brother now. He's got to try and hold these 2 riders back in hopes that Jack can have a big enough gap. Currently, it's
a little out wide on the grass a bit.
So 1.6, 1.7 seconds. So and Minato's gone down.
Minato's gone down.
Minato from the back of the grid. He was doing so well in that.
Nick on the 2nd position.
Oh, that's a dangerous rejoin.
Oh, that's a very, very dangerous rejoin.
How that didn't end up in a disaster, I don't know. Craig extremely lucky. Oh, and Minato straight away underneath.
Straight up the inside here.
But Howland's got the inside for the last corner. He's going to try and be Johnny Marquez, and he has done. Just completely avoids him out of the way, which I think is fair enough considering the circumstances.
Fair play to Howling for that.
So here comes Craig, trying to pass his team up the inside into turn 1. And he makes
Minato
the move.
Makes a move on Howling as well, coming from really far back, but Howling gets a cutback. But here comes Minato again on the outside.
Whoa! And Howling's on the grass.
Okay. A bit ambitious there on his behalf.
Oh, and he's gone down.
we'll be clipping that for further review.
Yep. Oh, Mecca's really close to the back of Jack Berman there. Jack
And Jack
Berman's gone
Berman has
down.
gone down. So not only does he have a 3-second time penalty, but he also has crashed. So this is not
Yeah,
good for him right
he's
now.
got hit. He got hit in the back by Meccavid there. He's going to be absolutely fuming. Craig now goes up the inside of Mecca into Siberia, but he's now off the track. It's all going on in this final lap. Going
Can
through.
Mecca come back across Craig here?
He's going to send it to MG surely, but he's not. I mean, he might not be close enough actually. As there's a battle between Minato and Finley. As they go into MG.
But Mecca does have a long lap, so I don't know if Craig knows that. So he doesn't really have to fight it too much.
Meanwhile, at the front, VTR is going to cross the line to take the victory. Nick Jumping will take second. Who is going to take third?
It's looking like Craig's going to have third here, because like I said, Mecca does have a long lap penalty.
Oh, Minato's crashed in the... Minato's crashed in a straight line. But he has finished.
Fortunately, I was able to clip a couple of things that I did see going on in the race, so that'll help as far as any kind of reporting.
Yeah, very strange last couple of laps, and VTR is going to be delighted to see that his teammate
Very aggressive.
has had a very poor result. So VTR takes the win and now moves 41 points ahead of his teammate, which means all he's got to do is finish in front of Jack Berman, and he will be champion. Nick Jumping is second, Craig is third. Great comeback after going down at the first on the first lap. Finley is fourth, surviving all the chaos in front of him. Minato's fifth, Meccavid sixth, Shmoy's seventh, Jack Berman eighth, Minmon ninth, Lewis in 10th, Howling 11th, Aaron 12th, and Amir rounds out the grid in 13th. The order. And then the grid will be reversed for the following race.
It was a pretty good sprint race, I'd say. Some good action there. A little rough around the edges, but you know, overall, I would say a pretty good performance from these guys.
Somebody's left, but I can't tell who it is. Is it Jack? Right. And then... Okay.
No, we cannot be having that. I will.
So we just got to wait for Jack Berman to join the session. Right, that's it. Let's get. Oh, and then I didn't change the time. What the time of the race like? Right, now we can go, I think. And now I've also got to remember the penalties as well.
Yep, and I'm gonna be keeping an eye out on some specific riders here.
Yeah.
It's seen as though some of the race went last time. They might be out for some revenge, and we can't have that.
I've realised I put Amir in the wrong place, but given what he's just said, it might be okay. The fact he's starting from pole, so we'll just gloss over. I've done it wrong. Minato will receive.
Spice.
Yeah. Minato will receive a long lap penalty in the main race. Minato, Mecha Verde and Aaron. Okay. So we just waiting on Schmoys and VTR.
Man, I think this is the first time, maybe the first or second time that I do this, but the controls from this race director to last year's game is very different, very hard to get used to.
Yeah.
It's like having a hard time flipping through people.
Right, let's go.
Alright. It's time to get started onto the main race.
The riders have completed their warm-up lap and lined up on the starting grid. In a matter of seconds, the lights will go out and the Phillip Island Grand Prix will begin.
That's a really cool helmet there. For Amir.
Long wait again. And we're off. And Amir's got a flying start. Amir already with a 3/10 lead as they head towards turn 1 for the first time.
Oh.
As they're all jockeying for position.
Got all sorts of bumping and grinding going on here.
And they go into turn 2. Whoa, and Aaron's gone down.
No. So
there's a bit of
Mecha's down as well.
Big crash. And everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are getting taken out there. But one person's profited the most. His VTR all he had until Alex, he just.
Oh, no, and VTR is down.
That could be a big
Jack
moment
Berman
for.
has picked up a long lap penalty.
How has he picked up on that penalty this early? How is that even possible? Oh, he must have been given the cause of the crash. So we've got VTR who got his front end swiped by Howley gets thrown in the corner. Meanwhile, his teammate Jack has got another long lap penalty as he's on the grass. Trying to find him here on the grass into the hay shed, in a battle with Nick jumping. So VTR's hopes of winning the title is just taking a hit, but they're not over yet because Jack's got to take his long lap penalty.
And VTR, all he has to do is finish ahead of Jack, correct?
Yes.
We'll see.
So I'm just preparing to give Minato his long lap penalty.
I think for the most part here, we're all single filed and spread out. Yep. Looks like Minato's. Oh yeah, that's his long lap for the last race. Same with Aaron.
Everybody's got their long lap.
Yep.
So Craig has not won a race this season. He has. I can't even remember the last time he won a race. The last time he won a race was in the sprint at Aston last season. I can't remember the last long race he won though. Minato straight away taking his long lap penalty. He's lost 2 seconds at max. So we'll see if Jack does his long lap anytime soon. And Craig goes underneath Lewis, and Craig is now into second place.
Makes it happen. And we got a little battle between Aaron here and Minmon going on. A little bit of contact going into turn A here.
Whoa! Those two somehow staying on, as Mekovid and VTR are now fighting as well. Oh, and Minato's down. He's lost at MG. And he comes out right in front of these two, and he checks up Mecha. And now Mecha's looking up the inside of Minato into the final corner. And he's gone through, and now VTR's been trying to take the pair of him. I think he was a slipstream. He's got, what a run VTR's got on the pair of these two.
And I think Jack's about to make a move here on Schmoitz, and he does right into turn 1.
Mecha up the inside of VTR, so VTR's still not on any points paying positions, despite setting the fastest lap of the race. Oh, and VTR going up the inside of Mecha. Mecha forced to sit the bike up, and VTR is finally into 10th place.
And we have Jack Berman here chasing down Howling Siege while he battles with Nick.
When he comes Schmoes up the inside.
What a move!
But he's round wide.
Oh, but he comes back.
Whoa, Howling round the outside.
Nick
is
jumping.
trying
to make the move on the inside, but there is no door there. That's
and it turns turn 7, and now into turn 8. Hold your breath, and this is still not over. Howling using all the inside curve, and he's gone through finally.
Meanwhile, Jack Berman's just catching up to these two.
Yeah, whoa,
a little bit of a shake there.
And somehow he's held on.
Schmoitz is right behind Jack, so this is a 4-way battle for fourth place here.
Yeah.
Soon.
And meanwhile, Owen VTR has just got past Mekovid as well, so VTR now is going to start to close in on this gap this group as well.
And Schmoitz might have the run here on Jack. No, maybe not.
Here comes Nick jumping up the inside of Howling into turn 1. The two make contact, they run wide. Is Jack going to take the pair of them? Oh, and Finley's wow, it was a horrible crash for Finley. Oh, Jack hits the back of Howling.
Rear wheel there goes a little wide.
Whoa, and Schmoitz.
And now Schmoitz up the inside.
Lots of contact. Whoa, and Schmoitz has gone through on Howling.
And now we got VTR right behind Jack, so what can he do with that? Because he knows he has to finish ahead of Jack.
Well, he doesn't have to, he can just finish where he is, because Jack's got a long lap penalty that he hasn't served.
Oh, interesting. Will Jack take his long lap, or...
Well, he's already run out of time.
Penalty?
He's already run out of time.
So it still shows up as a long lap. I thought it would show up as like a 3-second penalty. Never mind.
Whoa, and that was a big mistake. And VTR's through.
Around goes VTR. We'll keep a close eye on this one.
Yeah. I don't know why this game, but even if you complete your long lap or don't, it still says you have a long lap. So it's a bit of a strange bug.
Fair.
Oh, but VTR's out on the outside curb.
Wide there. Can he pick up track limits for that? No?
I don't know.
No, I guess he didn't gain any time off of it.
Yeah. But Jack's got it. He's got to attack VTR. He's so far on the inside of turn 2, that's just going to not work at all. So VTR meets the guy who knocked him off at this corner at the start of the race. I'm sure this might be a very firm move on Howling when he does make the overtake. Or not, if Howling might just run back. Oh, when someone's down, that's Lewis. Lewis is down and Vito's overtaking Howling.
Howling's a little wide. Jack's coming up the inside here.
No, he's not. Howling's not opening the door, or is he?
No, he's got the... Oh! Jack is toughing it out in the turn 8 there around the outside.
So now the next person on the list is Schmoyes for VTR. And he's just look at the meters he just claws in.
Just... He has such good drive out of all these like corners.
This should be extremely easy. VTR pulls to the left. Slipstream's past, but Schmoyes has got the inside line. But Schmoyes brakes a lot earlier. And VTR is through.
And
Oh, and Schmoyes has
might
lost
have
the
hit curb
front.
and he's down.
And Lewis has
And
gone
Beck
down
is
as well.
disconnected.
And Finley's now got a long lap penalty. So this is a real race of attrition right now.
Sure
Oh,
is.
VTR's
Again.
down! Oh, no, he's not.
No, he's not. Oh,
the front,
don't
on my screen,
stare us like that.
On my screen, the front end tucked.
And just like the last race, it seems like the 2 leaders are the ones that are keeping their nose clean. Everybody else has managed to pick up a warning at least.
Yeah, I'm going to speak from experience. I don't think VTR's out of question of the win here. I think because he's like me, he's got such around Philip Brown, he's got such a pace advantage in this race. If he can just keep everything nice and safe and clean, I don't see how he can't just work his way up to Amir and win the race.
He can, but he's just going to have to pace himself. And it looks like Howling here is looking to make a move on Jack as well. I just saw his front wheel coming up on the screen.
The Howling's in the slipstream of the GP24. On the brakes. You can't send up the inside though. Through turn 2.
And this isn't for position because, again, Jack does have a 3-second penalty.
If Jack wants any hope of the title staying alive, he's going to have to hope that some more misfortune falls the way of his teammate. And VTR could just simply just finish in 4th place, but I don't think that's what he'll want to do.
If I was Jack right now, I wouldn't be concerned about what's going on with his teammate, but what's going on with Howling behind him, because he's not letting go.
The Grassini Ducati versus the Pramac Ducati. We saw this in real life here. And in real life, the Grassini won. So we'll see if real life and virtual life match up. Whoa, and Howling.
A little bit of a touch of a curb there for Howling.
Yeah, dabbing onto the grass maybe as well.
Can he get a good run into the straight here? Surely he's got to make up a little bit of ground here.
Well, I don't think enough. Yeah, not even a 10th.
No, but very solid turn 1 from Howling here.
Now can he use all the curb of turn 2? No, he can't, doesn't even hit it. Meanwhile, VTR is just slowly clawing away at the gap to Nick jumping. But can Howling find a way through on Jack Berman?
He makes up all his time in the braking zones. He's so strong.
Oh, here we go. Here's the move. Jack's wide of Siberian. He's gone straight on. He's gone to the gravel.
All that pressure from Howling Siege. He just couldn't hold on anymore. Just cracked. Fair play.
And now VTR is one warning away from a long lap penalty himself.
Now all he needs to do is put his head down and keep it within the lines.
Easier said than done. Meanwhile, at the front, Craig chipping a 10th every lap, closing in on Amir Tahifa.
And we have Finley here. He's also closing in on S'mores. Sorry, might be able to get a good run here into the straight. And Jack Berman has gone down. His race has just gone from bad to worse.
That is championship over, simply put. He rejoins in 10th place. He is
a little wide on exit there.
Oh, Craig!
Craig is now down.
Oh, and here comes Amir. VTR. He's all over the back of Nick jumping. He's going to force his way underneath at Siberia, and VTR moves into 2nd place. So he's now got 2.3 seconds to catch Amir Tahifa in 5.5 laps.
I wouldn't worry about that, and I would just worry about staying within the lines, man.
Yep. He knows he's got the championship wrapped up. His teammates...
as our people would say, the fries are in the bag, bro.
Yep. Because Jack, he hasn't even reached the 4th sector yet as VTR rounds the final corner. That sort of explains how big of a gap VTR has. He's such a cushion. He's already closed the gap down to 2 seconds in just half a lap. And I think Jack's picked up another long lap penalty for his trouble, so he's just going from bad to worse for his teammate. And VTR, he is eating up the gap so quickly. He's getting 3 tenths in just 2 corners.
Oh, but looks like Aaron has also gone down here in turn 2.
Jack Berman has gone into the pits. So I don't know if that's his way of retiring.
Yeah, I think that's a retirement from the Pramac rider.
So a mere 1.3 seconds now. That gap has shrunk by 1 second in just 1 lap. So how long will it take VTR to get through? Because sometimes when you come across a rider that's a little bit slower than you, just because of the dirty air, it can hamper your way past people. I mean, he's got to just ride normal, just ride how he's been doing, and that'll make VTR's life a bit harder to make a way past.
Seems like Jack is really slow on the racing line here. Oh, no. Let's take... Oh, he is pulling off.
Oh, and Lewis has gone down at turn 1. This has been an absolute crash fest. And now as VTR closes up to Amir, the dirty air's hitting him, and he's struggling to close that gap in as Jack's out of the way on the grass. And Lewis has gone down again at turn 2.
Let's see what the gaps are looking like here.
And the pace advantage, the gap closing in, the Holt has just fully come upon VTR. The gap got to about 8-7 tenths, and now he's really struggling to get to those final few tenths. But he's getting there now. He's win 3. If he can get a good run out of here, get a good slipstream, might be able to make the move into turn 1.
Could this be his tires coming into play now? Are they a little worn from having the push all race long?
3 to go. Where's the move going to come? We saw him make a move at Siberia. Could it come into the Miller hairpin?
Well, we do know VTR, and we do know he's very patient, so it's going to come at the precise correct moment.
Just getting a bit caught up in the dirty air. He's going to get a good exit note out of turn 4 into turn 6. He's got the inside line. But Mia just hangs it around the outside and holds on to the lead. And wow, Vito got such a run through the hayshed. Through Lucky Heights. But Mia's just taking enough corner speed to fend him off. You just got to think. Oh, and there we go. Here we go. This is the move.
Got it just right.
No, it's not. Or is it? Vito's going to turn underneath on the exit of turn 11. And then VTR takes the lead of the race. But Amir's got the inside line for the final corner.
He's got to close that door. Can Amir get a run going into the straight here?
I think he can. He's going to get a bit of slipstream as well. But he's got the outside line, so that's going to favour VTR.
He can't make it happen around the outside.
I think he can. Well, there's contact between the two. And VTR's picked up a long lap penalty for that because of the track limits. I don't think
they stayed on, but I don't think he deserves a long lap for that.
No, that'll easily be protested and erased, I would imagine. So we just got to imagine he still has another long lap. He has another warning. Oh, and Finley's gone down at turn 2. Whoa! And VTR hits the back of Amir.
Big moment for VTR there. He's got to put his head down.
So 1.5 laps to go. Can VTR find a way through on the Italian, who's led this race from start to finish? Maybe he's going to come from a corner that's just going to surprise him, or he simply... Oh, and Finley's gone down again.
No, and Finley's gone down once more.
I'd say VTR should just wait for the straight. I think that's the safest option. But he's now got the inside line for the final corner.
Here.
He's going to try and force Amir onto the outside curb, I think.
Gotta hang him out a little bit. There you go.
But now Amir's going to get the slipstream. And Amir's back into the lead. Amir sends it into turn 1, but he's wide. And VTR's through. Now he's just going to cover the inside line for turn 2. And I think that's it. VTR's finally through Amir to Heifer, but can Amir fight back into turn 4? But I think that 0.2 second of a gap is going to be just enough. Into the Miller hairpin, onto the curb.
Nicely done. He's already pulled a 7/10 gap.
Shows what happens when you're in dirty air.
And Finley's gone down once again. The jack off in the distance there.
So VTR, he's just crosses this sector point now to enter sector 4 through MG into turn 11. Just one more corner and he will be crowned champion officially. He's made it round the final corner, and for I think a 5th time in VollGazz history, VTR will be your season 14 victor.
What a great performance. Well done.
Amir 2nd, Nick Jumping is 3rd, Craig is 4th, Howling is 5th, but he's got a long lap on the last lap, so I don't know how that's going to change things. Lots of things, people everywhere not finished. Finley will be the next person to cross the line. I think he'll just about make it. With Lewis in 8th. Minmon will take 9th and Jack Berman will round out the field in 10th place. So we are just going to ignore VTR's penalty because he got given it when having the door shut on him. So VTR's your winner. Amir is 2nd, Nick Jumping is 3rd, Craig's 4th, Howling 5th, Schmoy 6th, Lewis 7th, Finley 8th, Minmon 9th and Jack Berman rounds out the field in 10th.
Well done, everyone.
And with the disaster that Jack's had today, that might allow Craig to start to creep up on them and creep up on him in the championship. Yeah, because I think he will. I think he'll gain quite a few points on him. But we'll go straight to the park firm interviews with Nick Jumping. So Nick, second place in the main race. How was the race for you? Well done, and hopefully you can take another podium in the final 2 races of the season. Or 3. Those 2, yeah. So we now move on to our defending champion in VTR. You won the sprint. In the main race, howling at turn 3 made your life a hell of a lot more difficult than it needs to be. But on the last lap, you eventually found your way past the meter Ether and won the race, and now you are crowned champion of season 14. How are your emotions right now?
It feels just as good as ever, really. I think that's the 3rd or 4th consecutive one now, and it still feels as good as ever. It still feels as good as the first one. You know, my result today I'm really happy with, and you know, I'm impressed with how I performed today, especially after getting absolutely cleaned out of turn 3. I think Howland tried to defend himself, but I don't think there's no defending him in that one because he absolutely cleaned me out. But you know, I got my head down. Obviously, unlike some people, and I mean, you know, some people lose their head in races, which they struggle to come back from. But I'm someone who has quite a cool head when in the races. I just have to, you know, get on with the job. And I was about 7 seconds behind when I crashed, and I know I've got to get through the field slowly, and I knew at the pace advantage. I was setting fastest lap after fastest lap. Obviously you guys can't see it unfortunately, but every lap I was getting quicker and quicker, and it was about lap 10 when I was about 2 seconds behind the mirror. When it went down to 1 second, that's when I set my fastest lap. So yeah, I was just pushing on the pace every single lap, and then once I got within a second, I was slowing it down a little bit and just picking the right time to overtake him. Unfortunately, I did get that long lap, which it'll be removed more than likely as he pushed me right onto the grass on the inside. I thought I was going to crash, so yeah, a little bit scared about that. But yeah, apart from that, it was a really good race, and I'm happy with my comeback today. In the main race, I was alright with this problem, but in the sprint race, I ran out of fuel going across the line. I was lifting and coasting the whole race pretty much in the sprint to try and save fuel, and I don't know how I ran out of fuel, but I just did. But in the main race, that wasn't a problem, which was great. But yeah, apart from that, this championship, you know, it feels good as ever, and yeah, now a 5-time champion, so it's definitely something to look up to, and I achieved my goals there of getting the championship today. And unfortunate to Jack, because I'd have loved for him to, you know, push it on a little bit further, but he had some misfortune today and unfortunately couldn't carry it on. But I'm sure he'll bounce back stronger in Valencia, as he won't be here next week. So yeah, unfortunate to my teammate today, unlucky to him. And well done to Amir, because he had some great pace today out front, and you know, to be out front twice before the restart as well was quite impressive for him. So he showed good awareness and racecraft today, and I want to congratulate him for that. And well done to Nick Jumping as well for another consistent performance at the top, and as well to Craig as well. Again, some good points back today after some misfortune in the middle part of this season, but he's bouncing back stronger now.
Yeah, so well said and well done, and let's see if you can take a 6th title next season.
We'll see. So
that's been it for round number 8. We'll be back from round 9 next week, assuming I get back in time from the NEC, or unless Minmon will host it. So yeah, we'll see you guys then, as we will have a battle for P2 in the championship between Jack Berman and Craig, which hopefully will go well. See you next week, and thanks to Touch for joining me in the commentary box.
Cheers, mate. It was wonderful being here.
See you guys next week.